Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. So today we're going to be taking a look at a couple of events that are happening here on the servers. The first is a crossover event with the Monster Hunter series. Now, I've never played a Monster Hunter game, and it might be something for me to check out in the future, but in the meantime, we do have an event going on whereby we're going to be able to fight one of the bosses from the game, specifically Rathalos, and it all starts here in Kugane with the Hearty Hunter. So let's go ahead and accept their quest. Well, if it isn't my old rival, PrinceBrightstar. Come at last to learn from a true hunter of elite marks, have you? Forgive me if I seem overly presumptuous. Being the renowned hunter that you are, I've always considered you to be a rival of sorts. A little healthy competition goes a long way in keeping one's skills sharp, you know. But a hunter ain't worth shite without a smithy to keep him armed and armored. You'll have to excuse him. He's never been one for social graces, but he's a damn fine hunter. And what he brings back to the forge keeps me in business. Who has time for grace when game is afoot? Which reminds me, I have news of a quarry that might pique your interest. I recently came across a rather peculiar bill on the clan hunt board. Here, have a look. That is kind of interesting. The bill depicts a crimson wyvern, unlike anything you have ever seen. Unfortunately, further reading of the bill reveals nothing of its origins. Strange, isn't it? Not only is the drawing unabashedly crude, the bill itself lacks the formality expected of anything approved by the Centurial clan. Still, a bounty is a bounty. Before setting out, though, I thought it wise to first confirm the details of the request, and therein lies the rub. The clansmen weren't even aware this bill had been posted. Likely the escapades of some mischievous youth, they said. But if this beast truly is out there somewhere, what manner of hunter would I be if I didn't go and find out? And from what I've been told, you're never one to back down from a chance at adventure. So how about it? Will you take up the hunt? Count me in. Every bit the thrill seeker I've marked you for. Glad to hear it. To make things a little more interesting, what do you say we make this a race, eh? To see who can slay it first. I'll even give you a hint to get you on your way. The beast we're after is a Rathalos, King of the Skies they call it. From what I've gathered, it was last spotted somewhere around the XIV Steppe. You're like to learn more if you speak with the locals at Reunion. As for me, I still need to prepare before I can head out, so consider this a head start. Good luck, Prince, and may the best hunter win. That seems to be the logoing that they use from the Monster Hunter game. Let's see here. So, we need to head to the XIV Steppe Reunion. George Dixon, not really sure how to respond to that question. Not exactly sure what you mean by X magic spells. Alright, so looks like we are gathering information from these people over here. A red wyvern by the name Rathalos? I'm sorry, but you must be mistaken. I've heard stories of a great wyvern that slumbers in the mountains to the north, but it was not red, and most certainly does not go by that name. Not that it matters now. Rumor has it the beast was recently slain by a band of wyvern hunters. If only we had found it first. But if this Rathalos you speak of truly exists, we may yet have another chance. Mark my words, this beast will fall by a blade of the Oronir. George, the closest thing that we have to that would probably be, when somebody uses a limit break, and that's just because, the game doesn't stop when somebody casts a spell. It's an MMORPG, so, all the players are taking their actions all at the same time. A gargantuan red wyvern? I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not overly familiar with the comings and goings of this place. I only visit on occasion to do a small bit of business. Perhaps you should speak with the Questir, though speak is perhaps not the right word, seeing as they do not. At any rate, you will find none more knowledgeable of the happenings in the Azam Steppe. Well, this appears to be a Questir over here. And they're not saying anything, so... looks like the quest still has us in this area, so I just have to find where the last person is. Maybe inside the house here? Can't get in. Over there. A red wyvern named Rathalos? Oh dear. Perhaps the story I heard was true then, of a young man from the Ura clan, leading a flock of Zo down from the mountains. He was making his way to Reunion when a fierce wind began to blow, a terrible howling gale which left him all but blinded. To his horror, he soon realized the deafening roar he heard was not of the wind's making. He claims it was that of a great wyvern, which descended from on high to claim several Zo from his flock, disappearing into the sky as quickly as it came. Needless to say, he ran to Reunion with all haste, telling everyone of what had happened. But the man is a known liar and swindler. Who would believe such a tale coming from him? Alright, so now we probably need to speak to that Questir over here. Here we go. And of course, are they going to be able to say anything? Well, they can at least express themselves. Upon hearing of the red wyvern, the Questir merchant takes on a grave expression. The Questir merchant points southwestward. Perhaps you can find some clue to the wyvern's whereabouts in that direction. Alright, let's hop on our own red wyvern here. Omega, to be honest, I'm still waiting for Yoshi P to make good on the Phantasy Star Online 2 crossover. Which, now that Monster Hunter has theirs, now people need to start asking questions about really what happened to the Phantasy Star Online 2 one. You arrive at the area the Questir merchant appeared to be indicating. All you can do now is lie in wait for your prey. If anything, I was originally thinking that it might have been like some sort of boss inside of the Alexander raid. And that's how long ago that promise was. What's this? Oh, a hunter, and a formidable-looking one at that. Have you come to help, then? To hunt the Meowster, Rathalos? A Neko? And what's wrong with the talking cat? Have you not seen the turtles and fish around these parts? And I suppose the Mikote would count at that as well. I'm an apprentice feline hunter, and I've come to this place in search of meowsters. Rathalos, to be precise. But even with 9 lives, I could never slay one on my own. That's why I posted that notice seeking help. There's a reason they're often referred to as King of the Skies, after all. Some also call them fire wyverns, on account of their ability to breathe fire. I feel pawful just thinking about all the hunters burned to cinders in their wake. Yes, and they roar exactly like that. Would you believe it's powerful enough to stun their prey? I guess it's a nocturnal monster. That was him. That was a Rathalos. Still willing to help, I hope? Oh yeah, let's do it. What a day, what a day. Both a meowster and a ferocious hunter to slay it. I sure got the cream today. Let's hurry. He seemed to be heading northwest, back into the mountains. Oh, before I forget, I never did ask your name. PrinceBrightstar, of course. Nice to meet you, Prince. Now, let's be off. Alright, let's take off here. I, of course, would also have to question, given what's happening here, if Midgar Stormar was actually still alive, what they would think of this whole situation here. Let's see. It looks like this is taking us actually very close to where the dungeon for the area is. Omega, I actually have no intention of changing my character, but it's nice to know. I might have to look that up or something. Here we are. The Rathalos is somewhere along that path. I just know it. But I'm afraid you'll have to go without me. As I am right now, Meow. I fear I only slow you down. Before you go, though, I insist you take these with you. When catastrophe strikes, a hunter should never be without mega potions. I don't know if you normally keep medicine on hand to treat your wounds, but I guarantee you've never had anything quite like that. When you and your friends are ready, head on in. You do have friends to help, right? Eight? I thought hunters usually fight in groups of 4. Well, I suppose you know best. Alright, the Great Hunt is now accessible. During the battle, the Great Hunt, you will gain access to the Duty Action Mega Potion. Be advised that, while it can be used to restore a large amount of HP, its usage is limited. Upon clearing the duty, you can claim a special reward by examining the remains of the Rathalos. Be certain to do so before leaving the instance. Alright. So, the Great Hunt. Let's get this going. And let's take a look at the subtext while we're waiting here. Your efforts to wreak havoc... No, that's not it. The hunt has always been simple business. Snatch a bill from the board, seek out your quarry, and claim your bounty. A peculiar posting in Kugani, however, has complicated matters. What began as a simple hunt in the Azam Steppe has quickly escalated into a harrowing undertaking, with a strange new feline companion. An even stranger prey, Rathalos, King of the Skies. With mega potions in hand, you venture into the mountains. But do you have what it takes to stand against his fiery fury? And we are well above the item level that's needed here. Alright, let's go ahead and head on in. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's get this going. Okay, I don't think he has an enmity table. In that case, let me switch over to Sword Oath, because me trying to tank this thing is not going to do anything. I'm also not getting any of the tell lines here, so looks like this is purely watching his animations. Now, this is a fight I can get excited about. So at least I think I can tank these guys. Oh, I'm stunned. Oh, that's a big guy. Alright, back on the attack here. Pop him with... or at least I tried to pop one of those potions. Must be some sort of delay with using them. Alright, so it looks like we're chopping up his tail. Didn't quite make it. Alright, so it seems like at this point the healers really aren't doing any healing here, so... Alright, onto his tail again. Okay, I've got this debuff now, skill-bound. We're unable to heal wounds via any method except for... or we're not able to heal via any method except using the Mega Potions. So that explains why the healers weren't using any healing spells. Alright, somebody's trying to use the Limit Break. Alright, he's down again. And there we go! The Rathalos is down! Alright, let's see what we got here. Kind of an interesting mechanic that we don't typically see this. Alright, so we got a Rathalos scale. I saw the whole thing. That was meownificent. You even managed to retrieve a scale from his remains. I'm impressed. I realize this is sudden, but it would mean so much to me if I could join you on more adventures. Would you accept me as your palico? It would be my pleasure. I promise to be the perfect companion. You won't regret this. And to think this is all because you saw my bill on the hunt board. A hunter in Kugane showed it to you? Curious. Do you think we could go and pay him a visit? If not for this hunter, we never would have met. Then let's be off to Kugane. Alright, so to Kugane we go. And that is going to lead us actually back to where I picked up the quest here. Definitely an interesting fight. I need to learn more about its tells to actually see what it's actually going to do when it attacks. But I do kind of see that as a fight, given that there's no enemy table, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of a limit on how long you can take, that it might actually favor healers and tanks over DPS. That should do it. I've warmed up and ready to go hunting. Ah, Prince, I thought you'd already left. With my preparations complete, you'll need to work fast if you mean to beat me. You've only finished preparing? What is that? Another monster in need of slaying? I'm no meowster, you brute. I'm Princess Faithful and dependable Palico. A Palico? My apologies. If you're as dependable as you are adorable, I've no doubt he values your companionship. But let's return to the matter at hand, shall we? Prince, are you ready to set out on our hunt for the Rathalos? I guess I better show him my scale. You've already slain him? I'd expect nothing less from my rival. Indeed, you're every bit the hunter I imagined you to be. Suppose that's what we get for that extra set of squats. Tell me, friend, were you able to recover anything from the body? As a matter of fact, he carved a scale off the Rathalos' hide. That's a mighty fine material for smithing. Mind if I take a look? Aye, this is a wyvern scale, alright. Light as a feather and tougher than steel. There's still a touch of heat to it, too. If you'd like, I'd be more than willing to fashion you some armor with it. I'll need more than a single scale, of course. You'll find no better mail than that forged with Rathalos scales. What do you say? Oh, Prince, I can't thank you enough for your help in slaying that Rathalos. If you plan to go hunting again, don't hesitate to call. We'll show those monsters what's for. Alright, so, let's see. We got the Palico. Very punny. Indoor barbecue spit. And also one for outdoors. Alright, let's complete. Alright, you can now trade Rathalos scales to the smithy in exchange for various goods. Rathalos scales can be obtained by defeating the Rathalos in the Great Hunt. Alright. Ah, Prince, good to see you. You've any more scales for me? So, it looks like the armor that they were talking about is just intended for glamour here, and not actually something that you can use. There are some orchestrations here. And then, it looks like you can even upgrade the glamour armor, as it were. And then, oh, there's even a Rathalos whistle that we can get. Okay, so there are two types of Rathalos scales here. I'm assuming that this one is going to be tied to the Savage version of the quest. So let's speak to the Hardy Hunter again. The Great Hunter returns. You did well taking on that Rathalos. Though I must ask, was the battle grueling? Did the mountains sing with the sound of claws clashing with steel? I've had tougher battles. Ah, but of course. Perhaps battle with a high-ranking Rathalos would have put a bit of sweat on your brow. Piqued your curiosity, have I? Well, I can only tell you what I've heard. They say there is a stronger brood of Rathalos that would make short work of your average hunter. Mayhap that kitten friend of yours knows something of it. He was, after all, the one who originally posted a bill for the beast. No need to worry over it now, though. I say you've earned a rest after your recent exertions in the Azim Steppe. When you're up for another hunt, I'll be here, ready and waiting. And I guess let's turn it in. Mighty Hunter returns, and with his feline companion. Feline? How rude! I am a feline. You dullard. I fail to see the difference. But that is neither here nor there. I asked Prince to bring you here that we might learn the truth of these high-ranking Rathalos I recently caught wind of. High-rank Rathalos? They're an older and much more powerful brood of wyvern. Without sufficient protection, even the simplest of swipes is all it would take to rend a hunter in two. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were talking about an elite mark. Yes, a challenge no self-respecting hunter can ignore. It's settled then. Are you ready, my friend? Aye, let's get to it. They're doing squats again, aren't they? Your enthusiasm is appreciated, but now isn't the time to be kidding around. To be perfectly plain, I'd rather not see another hunter charbroiled today. Alright, quest complete. And now the Great Hunt Extreme is now accessible. Alright, and it looks like that one is limited to just 4 players instead of 8 players. But that, for now, is going to end our excursions with the Rathalos. At this point, we're now going to transition over to the Moonfire Faire. So, for that, we need to make our way over to Limsa Lominsa. And we are going to head for the Aftercastle. And we have a quest giver right here. Why, if it isn't Prince, how long has it been? A year? More, perhaps, I think. The last time I saw you was also during the Moonfire Faire. Don't tell me you've forgotten about it already. The festival was originally held to recruit adventurers to combat a Bombard invasion, but we gave them such a thrashing they've hardly been seen since. Bombards or no, we still hold the event each year, providing wholesome fun for all the family. That's not all. It's an opportunity for members of the Adventurers Guild to demonstrate their skills to fairgoers, and thereby inspire others to join our ranks. I'll bet you know a trick or two, am I right? Then why not head for Costa del Sol, and show them what a real adventurer looks like. When you get there, just head for the gigantic wooden... I nearly spoiled the surprise. Well, you'll just have to go and see it for yourself. And trust me, you'll know it when you see it. Talk to the chaperones nearby and they'll have you performing feats of daring do before you can say, 7 snippy snippers snip several splendid sublagars. Alrighty, so, to Costa del Sol we go. And we're looking for a giant... I'm not really sure what they're talking about. Looks like there's some platforms being built here. Alright, looks like this is it then. Prince, how good it is to see you, old friend. The Moonfire Faire wouldn't be the same without you, and have we got a treat for you. Okay, so that is actually what they were talking about. Rising from the pristine sands and virgin waters of Costa del Sol, a wooden monstrosity so imposing, so unforgiving, that all but the most courageous will run crying to their mammies. It can only be the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course. This event is sponsored by the ever-magnanimous Master Gigaruju. Under his watchful eye, no harm will come to our brave contestants, or to the scantily clad ladies he seems to be ogling at present. Where was I? Ah yes, to become a true Eorzean nimble warrior, you must let nothing stand between you and your goal. This is the attitude we wish to instill in all aspiring adventurers. Through your example, we aim to teach them that there is no obstacle that can be overcome, so long as you have discipline and determination, and a strong pair of legs, for there will be jumping. Lots of it. You may observe other challengers emitting wails and curses, but these things are not the key to success. Nay, you'll need to rely upon an impeccable sense of balance, uncanny awareness of your surroundings, limitless patience, the acrobatic ability of an Oppo-Oppo, Well, there are a few other things, but I'll leave it at that. Wouldn't want you to get discouraged before you even started now, would we? Once you've banished any lingering apprehensions, I'll be happy to sign you up. Did I mention that we have prizes for completing the course? Alright, let's go ahead and complete the quest. So you think you've got what it takes to be an Eorzean nimble warrior? That's the spirit. I'm sure the spectators can't wait to see you in action. Excuse me. I'm here to register for the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course. Am I in the right place? You are indeed, but you do realize it's only open to fully fledged members of the Adventurers Guild? No offense, lad, but you seem a bit too wet behind the ears to be allowed to join. My brother is going to be the bestest adventurer in the whole wide world. While it's true that I'm not an adventurer yet, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's jumping. Will you at least let me try? Sorry, son, if anything were to happen to you. Please, I would give anything for a chance to become an Eorzean nimble warrior. If I cannot enter, it will break my heart. I shall throw myself from the top of the tower, and my sister will cry until the end of eternity and... Alright, enough. I'll register you. But don't say I didn't warn you. The Eorzean Nimble Warrior course is no joke. If you do yourself a mischief, and I get the blame for it, I'll have you hanging from the tower by your tail. I can't believe I'm doing this. To be on the safe side, Prince will go first and show you how it's done. There's no shame in backing down once you see how stiff a challenge it truly is. Thank you. I shall repay your generosity with an acrobatic display the likes of which the world has never seen. Oh, where are my manners? I'm Raful Tia, and this is my sister, Ramaja. It is our pleasure to meet you. I'm looking forward to seeing how a real adventurer tackles the course. And once you're done, it is my turn. I hope you don't fall in the water. Haha, you and me both. Now let Vodafone know when you're ready. And be careful out there, understood? Alright, so what is this? Looks like we've gained an emote for Splash. Okay. Alright, so it looks like the starting point is over here. So, are you ready to face the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course? To risk it all for a chance at glory? If so, you've come to the right place. Before you begin, allow me to explain the rules. The course is divided into 3 parts, which you have to complete in order. There is but one objective, to reach the chaperones standing on the platforms. You can take as long as you need, and if you fall off, just go back to the beginning of that section to try again. The first chaperone you need to reach is Janago, who will tell you where to go next. Now step into the jet of water and make us proud. Alrighty. I don't think my spacebar registered there. Ah, I see. And now these are getting a little higher here. There we go. Oh, well done, but don't pat yourself on the back yet. There's still a long way to go. Once you've caught your breath, make your way towards Hildalana at the end of the second section. Best of luck. Alright, this is more not really a jumping puzzle per se, but we can still jump if we want to. And there we go. Such poise, such grace, a fine demonstration of what members of the guild are capable of. However, I must save my most heartfelt congratulations for when you have conquered the third and final stage. Luckily for me, I will have the perfect view of your ascent to the top. Good luck. Ah! So we got some sort of a jumping puzzle here, then. And there we go. You did it! I knew you would. Right from the start, I had a good feeling about you. I couldn't help but follow your progress every step of the way. It seems I wasn't the only one. Your young friends jumped for joy when you reached the top. That reminds me, you better go and let Haramaga know that you finished the course. He struggles to watch the competitors and handle all of the registrations, so we ask all successful entrants to report to him afterwards. It helps us keep track of things. You don't have to hurry, though. I think you've earned enough. You've earned a respite after all your exploits. And watch your footing on the way down. We can't have you breaking your legs in front of everybody. That would certainly take the shine off your achievement. Alright, and so with that we've gotten 10 pinwheels and Bombard Bloom. Oh, looks like there's actually another section to this whole thing. But for now, let's go ahead and report back. That's kind of funny that I can't ride a striped ray back over. Alright, almost back. Kind of surprised that there aren't, that there don't seem to be any fates around. That's typically what happens in this event. The hero has returned. I was watching intently from start to finish. A truly breathtaking display if ever there was one. That was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. I want to try it too. Haha. Maybe when you're a bit bigger, Missy. How about you, Raful? It's not too late to change your mind. I think not. Witnessing Prince's spectacular victory has lit a fire in my soul. Today I shall fulfill my destiny. Fame and glory, here I come. Wait, there's one last thing I did have a few words of advice for him, but perhaps he won't need it. Hopefully he will have learned a thing or two from you, Prince. Still, I can't help but worry for the lad. Could you keep an eye on him? I'm coming too. Alright. So, looks like they are... Oh, right here. He looks ready now. Huh? Here I go. How many jumps in is he getting? Fool! Oh no, we have to help him. I might have been a little overzealous. After all my grand words. What a fool I must look. I still have a long way to go. Why? Why are you laughing? It's not funny. You're just a big stupid face. Majha... Whatever's gotten into her. I'm tempted to go for the silly answer here. Nor do I like being called one. It seems we need to talk. But where has she run off to? Please help me look for her. Alright, so... that takes us off of the island here, looks like. Manha, what's the matter? Go away, stupid face. It's no use. She won't talk to me. Well, you leave me no choice. There's only one way to deal with sulky little girls. Hmm? Come on, Prince. Splash some water on her to make her laugh. Alright, let's put that new emote to use then. Eek! That's cold! So, is Miss Sulky going to tell me why she ran off? I'm sorry, Prince. You're not to cross with me, are you? You're not cross. It's just that, after the festival, my brother's going on a long journey to become an adventurer. Long journey? What gave you that idea? I heard you talking about it with Mummy, and I know how much you want to be an adventurer. You didn't tell me because you thought I'd be sad. I'm right, aren't I? I've known all this time, and it does make me sad. But I wouldn't want you to give up on your dream for me. That's why I told myself not to cry. I thought you'd be upset when you fell in the water, but you were laughing. You're right. I should have taken it more seriously, especially since you and Prince came to watch me. But I am serious about becoming an adventurer. You see, Prince, we don't have a father, so I help our mother look after Maja. I realized that I needed to become a man, to become strong enough to support my family. I just didn't know how. But when I went to the Moonfire Faire a few years ago and saw the Cascadiers drive off those dreadful bombards, I discovered my calling in life, to become an adventurer. If I were as brave as the heroes of the Adventurers Guild, I could protect my family from harm. I could provide for them. As my first step towards becoming an adventurer, the Moonfire Faire presented the perfect opportunity. What better way to prove my worth than by overcoming the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course? But I was so eager to prove myself, I got carried away, and you know the rest. I humiliated myself in front of everyone, so I tried to laugh it off. I didn't know what else to do. I never meant to upset you, Maja. But I haven't given up hope. What do you think, Prince? If I keep training, do you think that I could make it as an adventurer? Nice fireworks. Great oaks from little acorns grow, as the saying goes. Little acorns? Are you saying I should become a botanist? Aha! I think I understand now. Yes, I shall do my utmost to one day become a great oak. Maja, you were right about a lot of things. It's true. I am going to be away from home for a while. And my face? Yes. It probably is a bit stupid looking from time to time. I didn't mean it. Your face is fine how it is. Well, most of the time, anyway. But if you're going away, will you make me a promise? Don't die, no matter what. You don't have to be a hero. Just be safe. That's all I want. Very well, Maja. I promise I will never die. Well, not anytime soon, at least. Now that's settled, I think it's time for us to go home. Thank you so much. See you again. You know, if you ever want to change your face, you can look and get yourself a Fantasia. Wait, don't go running. Not again. Before I chase after my sister again, I'd like to thank you. You're the kind of adventurer I aspire to be. It was an honor to meet you. If there's one thing I have learned, it's that acorns speak louder than words. That's right, isn't it? Yes, maybe I should aspire to be the strong, silent type too. Something to work on as I embark on my journey. But before I leave, I would like to spend some time with my family. Please give my regards to Haramaga and the others. Till we meet again. Alright, let us make our way back over. Welcome back. I trust all is well. Oh, you decided to become an adventurer after seeing the Moonfire Faire? Well, if that isn't a testament to the festival's power to inspire, I don't know what is. It warms the cockles of my heart, it does. And as for you, you've helped make the festival a huge success. After all the casualties we've had, I was worried that the guild would accuse us of constructing a death trap. We've had a few minor maimings, true, but no one's died yet. That has to count for something, aye? Of course, this year's Moonfire Faire is far from over, so why not stay and soak up the atmosphere? You can even run the Eorzean Nimble Warrior course again, if you feel so inclined. On behalf of all the chaperones, you have our heartfelt gratitude. And that gives us an Endless Summer coffer. So let's take a look at what's inside this coffer. And it looks like that gave us a bunch of gear that we can wear here. Let's see, and sandals as well. And there we go, that's the outfit you get for completing the quest series here. Doesn't look too bad, although this is going to find its way right into my armoire, so I don't lose track of it. It's kind of funny that they did put a belt on this thing when belts are not actually displayed on your character. Alright, so is there anything else here? Of all the challengers to complete the course, you're one of the most popular with the crowd. Why not give it another try? Alright, and in terms of the vendor, looks like we can get a curry plate and a mosquito mughal. And then a bunch of different fireworks, it looks like. And in terms of any other quests, looks like it's the same one there, so aside from maybe getting up there, it doesn't look like there's too much else to this event, to be honest, here. And there's nothing that's really directing me up there. Alright, so before we finish up for today, I want to make a quick trip over to my estate, over in Shirogane. And that way I can go ahead and plop this thing on down. The barbecue that we got earlier. And I don't think we've actually taken a look too much at housing here. I mean, there's been some stuff we've seen through housing when I've taken you inside and such. But I don't think we've actually really gone over placing things in here. So let's take a quick look at that here. So let's go under social, housing, and outdoor furnishings. So there's the barbecue spit. And this is fine. This is just saying you want to make sure you're ready to use it here. Now, I do keep my housing kind of sparse here, as you can see. Partly because my hope is to eventually go up to either a medium or a large plot. I think it would be a little easier for me to do that without too many things out here on the lawn. But anyway, in terms of placement for this thing, I'm thinking there. And then let's rotate it. And that way the handle is no longer getting in the way. And it'll be able to spin freely. Okay. And I guess what I should do at some point here is get another lamp or something. Let's head inside as well here. We were given a second one of those. And so that'll be a perfect addition to the kitchen area here as well. I'm thinking right there. And once again, we'll go ahead and rotate this. So now, if we look, there's a little bit of space left here. Oh, it looks like it didn't keep the rotation. There we go. Okay. Alright. And with that cooking, I do have to wonder if having an open flame like that is going to cause a problem, but then again, I do have the kitchen area here as well. So, I'm sure it works out in the end here. Alright. And so with that, we have taken on Rathalos, as well as the Moonfire Faire for this year. Of course, the Moonfire Faire will be back again next year. But coming up very soon, we are going to be taking a look at the other 24-man raids that are in this game, specifically the Crystal Towers series. So, until then, if you've enjoyed today's content, please do make sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified whenever I do go live. I do also have a Discord. Link to that is in the description below. Whenever I go live, I also put a notification in there as well. Thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.